Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Now at 104%.
Challenger, go with throttle up.
Challenger, go with throttle up.
Of that, do we have the tape available right now? Here's the plate. Here is the tape. You see the plane coming in from what looks like the east side, and it blows into the building with the flames.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
What happened while you were sleeping? Let's take a look at Georgia first. This data shows two concerning issues. First, is it okay for any candidate's votes to go negative? The cause of this has not been explained by officials. Second, what caused the Biden bump around 1:30 a.m.? Let's take a look. These are the facts we know. Business Insider first reported a water leak at State Farm Arena around 8:08 p.m. At 10:59, Fulton County Elections Department says it will continue counting ballots tonight, after officials initially said it would stop counting mail-in ballots at 10:30 p.m. Who was the official that said they would stop counting? His name is Ralph Jones, and he told Atlanta News Channel 11 that a water main broke at State Farm Arena, and counting would be suspended. Jones' son, Ralph Jones Jr., is the official spokesperson for Democrat Senate candidate Raphael Warnock, and former social media director for Democrat Mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms. What happens next is something every voter, no matter what party, should question. Around 10 p.m., an announcement was made to tell poll workers to go home. By 10:37, only a few people remained. Just after 11 p.m., they begin to pull boxes of ballots out from under a table. Now watch as the lady in purple feeds the same stack of ballots into the machine more than one time. They process the ballots like this for 2 hours and then clear out. Why were they processing ballots without witnesses or poll watchers? Approximately 30 minutes after they stopped counting, the spike in votes for Biden happened. The lady in purple has been identified as Ruby Freeman, and she's already retained a lawyer. Also, her daughter, Shay Moss, is seen in the yellow shirt, and we believe the man in red is Ralph Jones. An open records request found that there were no invoices or work orders reported on Election Day for a water main break in Atlanta. Trump received 26,424 votes, and Biden received 134,849 votes. If you thought Georgia's chart was odd, Pennsylvania's takes the cake of the election cycle. Again, we see the anomaly of votes going down. When is this ever okay? What is the cause of multiple negative vote drops? This is what we know. The New York Post reported a tweet by a Philly-based reporter named Max Martin. Martin tweeted at 9:30 p.m., "No more mail ballot results tonight." What happens just before 9:30 leaves us scratching our heads. You have to see it to believe it. These are all the times Pennsylvania appeared on CNN between 9:11 p.m. and 9:32 p.m. Both candidates' votes change, but let's just focus on Biden's numbers. 706,000, 711,000, drops to 517,000. Boom. 862,000 up to 871,000. Votes reach a high of 880,000, then drop to 495,000. 511,000, 524,000, and then counting normalizes. Another anomaly regarding Pennsylvania can be seen live on CNN. At around 11:09 p.m., Trump's vote total drops by 19,958, and Biden's goes up by the same amount. Do we have all the answers? No. But is it at least enough to cast a shadow of doubt in your mind? The nonprofit OSET Institute has said these were human error mistakes. Why is a nonprofit saying what caused the issue, and not the elections officials themselves on record? If these examples still leave you wondering, the following videos show there is something wrong in the state of Pennsylvania.
You're not letting me in? Well, what? No. That's why I told you, call the police. Do it. If you legal, call the cops.
The city guy
Oh,
is
we already got it.
okay. Call that number. Tell him to call somebody.
I have a citywide watcher certificate.
And it's not for this location.
It's not for it. Is not. Is this the city of
Philadelphia?
This is the city of Philadelphia.
My name is Brian McCaffrey. I'm a registered Democrat in the city of Philadelphia. Today, I'm at the Philadelphia Convention Center, and I am overseeing the ballot counters. I will let you know the corruption that is going on here. They will not allow us within 30 to 100 feet to supervise the ballots being counted.
The following information is straight from the PA.gov website and has almost 3.1 million entries. I exported all that information into an Excel sheet, but I was cut off at about 1 million rows, so keep in mind we're working with 1/3 of the whole data set. So the first thing I did was create a column to see if any ballots were mailed out by the government the same day that they were received, filled out through the mail by the voter. Turns out about 11,000 were filled out by the voter and returned back to the government the same day the government mailed them out to the voter. I then created a column to see if there were any applications that were approved by the government, mailed out by the government, received by the voter, and then filled out by the voter and mailed back to the government on the same day. And there were 8,205 cases of that. And lastly, I created a column to see if there were any ballots that were received through the mail, filled out before they were even mailed out by the government. There were 7,403 cases of that.
We end with Michigan. Another state, another spike. Actually, make that 2 spikes. One at 3:50 a.m. with 54,497 votes for Biden and 4,718 votes for Trump. And another at 6:31 a.m. shows 141,258 votes for Biden and 5,968 votes for Trump. We've come to the conclusion that the second spike comes from this incident.
So something that's very interesting that happened here in Detroit is, I just talked to a guy that's been here all night. It was at about 4 a.m. that 3 vehicles arrived, a van, a Chrysler 300, and a Ferrari with 130,000 plus ballots. He said he was astonished as they started counting the ballots. He was astonished that every single ballot, like literally 100% of that 130,000 ballots were all Biden ballots.
Some fact-check sites have said that the Biden bump was a clerical error. We are still trying to figure out how eyewitness testimony can be a clerical mistake. There are multiple reports of Republicans being kicked out, denied access, or blocked from verifying ballots. Again, fact-check sites have claimed this to be false. We want you to do your own fact-check.
They're throwing all the Republican challengers out of this room.
In Georgia, Biden outgained Trump by just over 107,000 votes. In Michigan, between the 2 spikes, Biden received just over 185,000 votes. These 3 instances do not follow the pattern of nearly 8,000 other vote updates, and we find this highly suspect. Between Georgia, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, there are 52 electoral college votes. If this did not change your mind, please ask yourself, how much fraud is too much? 1 vote? 1,000 votes? 1,000,000 votes?